ASAP. All right, guys, back up right now. Security cameras.
You gotta be in this corridor. There's a sign right there.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. We'll move. We have a workplace accident here, folks.
So we can't get a car until tomorrow at like 5 a.m.
Like, what could have possibly caused this?
He just hung up on me.
Hey, Dave, I'm just curious if you guys have 2 rooms available tonight. All right, so we're packing for the turnaround show. This is the situation we are currently working with. Copious amounts of gum, beef jerky, meat sticks of various sorts, plenty of Jocos, more meat sticks, more beef jerky, and carnivore whey protein. Only the bare essentials.
Good morning. It is way too early to be up right now, but we are about to head out to go on the next turnaround. I'm the one that's excited for it. But anyways, we're gonna hit Boston today and then Illinois the other 2 days and then fly out of Missouri. So let's do it. All right, we have a 5.5 hour flight ahead of us. So I've been assigned to look around, look for some meat. There's Wendy's. We're not doing Wendy's. Let's see what we find. Burgers acquired. Touchdown in Boston, folks. I gotta go. But the seatbelt sign is still on. Almost there. Had a very long travel day. Flew from coast to coast, about 5.5 hours, and we made it.
Made it. Let me show you them what I do on the back end.
Yeah, show us.
This is tomorrow's. You can't see his number, but basically what happens is I see their financial information. I get a little bit of information from Zach, and that's basically all I get. And then what I do is I go through and say, okay, what are some of the titles that the YouTube video could be? I actually would do word for word what I think the introduction should be. And then I do the 4L framework, so liquidity, leads, labor, and leadership, based upon the financials that I see. And then I visit them tomorrow and I say hello for the first time.
That's right, and he completely changes their lives because he's just like that.
Right.
So what are your thoughts before going into tomorrow's?
The big issues I see right now is that we have up to 15 employees, but our highest month revenue is only $60-something thousand. He's charging less than $50 an hour. He's using an electric fleet. He bought a $75,000 electric Lightning Ford truck that charges his equipment, but it can only be charged at his house. So that's not going to scale very well.
Yeah, so he drives from his shop to his house to go recharge the truck.
And so if he's going to grow, like he can't do that. So the question is, do we want to save the environment or do we want to become rich? Because if you get rich, then you can save the environment.
That's right.
If you really care about it.
Momentarily, we don't care about the trees, but in the long term, we will care about it. Anyways, Mike has this super dialed in. He's really taken a lot of time, especially today, just to look at Cyrus is the gentleman's name that we're going to go see tomorrow. Just look at Cyrus's story and see how he can help.
That's right.
He's going to do absolutely incredible. So, looking forward to see what tomorrow has in store. I will try to catch some behind the scenes of all that jazz. Today I was working on editing the first vlog, so...
She edited the whole day. The entire stinking day.
Well, on the flight. So,
5.5 hours.
Yeah, and then on the car right here. It's been pretty fun. Is that all you want to share?
That's all I want to share.
Okay, that is all we want to share. Good night. We will see you tomorrow.
They taught me everything I knew about, I need to know about, a 120 in to be able to charge the smaller batteries if they haven't thought of a way to do that.
That'd be sick. Because if you could just plug this in while it's in the trailer, chew that battery. Yeah. But in reality, it's the pricing. But the fact is, if right now he raised his pricing, he's losing too many customers, and therefore I don't think he'll actually raise his pricing.
How did you feel, because I know you mentioned that it probably is a weird thing for the employees to be driving through another business to get to this business. Yeah. How did you feel coming through this phase?
Well, if you look back here, we have a very, very successful business. There's probably, probably 20, 30 trucks. I think he said, it's a huge business, probably $10, $15 million. Very successful. It's just a little weird for team members to come back here, the very back, and pass all their employees, etc. And they have a big office and a bunch of fancy equipment. Not here yet. Oh, you're not here. No. Welcome to Eco Valley Lawn Care in Northampton, Massachusetts. We're here to do our intro. It's a little awkward doing an intro. There's a bunch of employees around, or people in general. you know, we're still learning how to make these videos in public, you know what I'm saying? This is their shop space where they have all the attachments to the hand tools. These are the backpack blowers they put the batteries onto. These are their hand tools. These are the mowers they use. So this is how you pull this bad boy out. And then you got these. These cost like $500 a pop though. So you gotta have 6 of them. The mower itself is only like $6 grand, including the batteries. Not bad, but they, even after 300-400 hours, they're having problems with stuff. So they're trying to upgrade to a different type of mower called Greenworks, but those are like $15,000 to $20,000, $25,000. Very expensive. Then we got push mowers that are battery operated. Fancy schmancy organization. It's actually really good. I like it.
All right, chilling in the car. Mike's getting work done, prepping for tomorrow. I'm editing the previous vlog that y'all hopefully already saw. If not, go back and watch it. The guys are out there filming, wrapping up for today's video. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, the lighting's bad.
The lighting's bad, Michael said.
Very infrequently do I say that it's a leads problem, which means they just didn't get more customers. Usually everyone thinks they have a leads problem, but they don't. But in his case, if he can get to capacity and get more mowing customers and then raise his prices, he'll be okay. Whereas like the next person we're going to has no idea what their numbers are and is a bit of a train wreck in terms of knowing what's going on in the business.
Staying in St. Louis, we get to our car rental. Let's put Avis on blast. And they don't have a car for us, so we're checking other...
Reservations don't mean anything these days.
Yeah, I guess not.
Paying for it doesn't even matter.
I really gave them money. And they're like, nah, we don't care about your money, and we're just gonna...
We can't get a car until tomorrow at like 5 a.m. So
We're gonna go stay at this hotel.
instead of making the hour-and-a-half drive to Bloomington, we are staying at a hotel that's right next to the car rental place.
Oh, yeah,
So-
watch them overbook us tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
That's kind of what I'm scared of,
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, they do that?
Yeah.
They reassured us. They reassured us. Oh,
you're definitely got a car tonight.
yeah, you won't be on shift tomorrow morning when we come in at 5 a.m. and you'll deal with it.
If you put a reservation in, you'll definitely get a car.
Yeah. Would it be too much trouble to get 2 nights tonight? Is there any available?
Yeah. Sold out right now.
The guy next door, are they open yet?
No, they're not.
Cool. Alright, well, keep looking. Okay, thank you very much. What are we doing, folks? So go ahead. This is like right. He just hung up on me. Don't think you can do it.
I'm just curious if you guys have 2 rooms available tonight.
Hi, I was wondering.
Yeah. Cool. We're like a 4-minute walk away, so yeah.
What you got? Priorities.
Charge me whatever you want. Alright, folks.
To Windtree,
Welcome
Cayman Clutch.
to another edition of MB Hotel Reviews. Okay, this is a DoubleTree. This is one of my favorite hotel brands because it is cheap, but it is good quality. And it is clean. So, first off, wallpaper, decent. This is why the DoubleTree wins my heart. They always have walk-in showers with full-out tile. Mwah. It's like music mirrors. Bright lights. For some reason, your skin always looks horrible in hotel lighting, right?
I agree.
I agree. Thank you. And then we have the St. Louis Arch, which I have been there one time. And the bed. Well, I will let you know how it is tomorrow. What would you rate this as?
Honestly, we have a little coffee maker over here too. I'd give it a solid like 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm giving it 8.1. Like, look at this, folks. Look at the engineering. The fact that you can put your hands underneath this thing. Beautiful. All right, I want to have my protein drink. I haven't had my protein drink for 2 days. We haven't worked out in 2 days.
Yeah.
That is
Severely slacking
horrible.
around here.
So, what are we going to do? We're going to utilize the protein powder.
Can I make it for you?
Carnivore. Milk that is probably completely processed. Smash it together, num nums. Alright folks, so I went back to the review booth after sleeping here a night. We must revise our ratings, unfortunately.
His 8.1.
He's very, very sad. Bed, very good. Love the heavy comforter. Now, folks, what are we doing? You have a door. If the door is just slightly open, we can no longer stand at the sink. said sink is jammed up in the corner. What happens when you have two people? Well, one person's going to stand next to this wonderful trash can to access said sink, while the other person is jammed up against this thing and will hit their elbow ever so often up against this as they're trying to kneel over this. Low marks, but you know what? It gets worse. And yes, there's more. There's no stinking
Fridge.
no fridge. So what does that mean? That means warm Jocko's makes me mad, makes me very sad, and makes me drop my points on the hotel rating.
Yeah, well, like, I'd say 8 to 15. Okay, alright. Yeah.
Alright folks, we're at turnaround number 2 out here in Chatham, Illinois. We're at this beautiful farm country here with my wonderful pens. The thing I've already dug up right now is kind of crazy is the fact that we're spending $3,000 a month on Google ads between an agency and the actual ad spend. But the whole business does $200,000 in annual revenue last year. We got a problem. What a lot of people do not see in the turnaround show is that we are usually only here for a few hours. And we walk in, I have a few little points, talk to the owner, they get actually their employees started for the day, and then we go meet their employees. It's pretty quick. It's like boom, boom, chop, chop, and we have 2 of them today. So, Brianna's gonna keep me on task because I also have to get a call in between that, right?
That's right.
Right. We need to know cost per lead.
Yeah.
We are going to increase conversion of the website using the estimate request form, as well as like this part being really focused on like what does this do. When a customer comes here, they want to know, do they serve my area and do they do my services? We have a workplace accident here, folks. We have bloody nose. That actually might make us demonetized. It was so stressful inside of the.
I just couldn't handle
just
it.
couldn't handle the intensity of the coaching of the turnaround. But it went good.
It was great.
Good
What do you
turnaround. Yeah, it was good coaching. Really nice family. And what are you doing?
I'm checking.
You're checking the blood. I was joking. It's not bad to show blood on YouTube.
Yeah, but
Probably higher.
for the
view
sake
count.
of the viewers,
Great
you know what I'm
retention.
saying? Everything you had to say about his website was really good. Like, it all made sense. You were so right whenever you were saying, like, whenever people look at their website, if they didn't see the top left, they would not know what he did or what service he offered.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
Vote of confidence for my wife.
I was out there being your cheerleader, you know.
That's right. And then, implementing the yellow slip system so the employees have to take more accountability. He's too much of a nice guy, letting his wife bring down the hammer.
Man. What a trooper.
Yeah. Anna, go Anna. We're team Anna over here. But yeah, good turnaround so far.
It was fantastic.
Our goal is to give David a strategy to turn around the business in the next 6 weeks and get the company back on track.
Great. Alright, I'll just take a selfie, but I got you, bro. You want to stand on something?
Yeah, dude. Nice. There you go. Let's go.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks again.
Seriously, yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bro.
Oh, yeah.
That was fancy.
Anything I can get for you? Fresh coffee?
Yeah, can I get a
Yeah.
What's up? How are you?
Heck,
Okay. Oh my gosh. Edmund had to fire his first guy.
Oh,
That guy called me crying.
Because Kyle struggled that first year because I handed him a business that had it was like 50-50, projects recurring. So then he was selling constantly, and then it screwed him in the fall because he was just selling projects all through the spring when we need to be selling mowing.
Yeah.
Good morning, thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can we get started for you today?
Intertwined and everything. So that's where I think it gets a little hairy. People don't think about what are the downsides, what happens if someone gets divorced. Like if someone else in the partnership gets divorced, now 50% of their shares of the business are owned by someone else. I see it all the time. If someone gets divorced, 50% of their shares is going to the other person who's walking out the door and wants to spit all over them.
Right.
And that can get torn up, and also the business gets sold because someone else got divorced.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So I would really, really think about, okay, can we add an addendum? It can be a 3 or 4 page document. And just think about every bad thing that can happen and what's supposed to happen therefore.
That's cool. How's it been like scaling it up? Like, were you always focused on just maintenance, or was it like whatever you could get?
Yeah, I mean,
Maintenance is our focus. I mean, obviously.
We forgot to get intro for the last start around.
They gotta figure out a way to get more cash in the bank ASAP. Alright guys, back up. Right now, security cameras.
Don't work here. You cannot be in this corridor. There's a sign right there.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
Thank you,
We'll
thank you.
move. Thank you.
I got most of it. Our goal is to give Nathan and Brady a strategy to turn around the business in the next 6 weeks and get the company back on track. Go.
Michael, you're all set. Enjoy.
Hello.
Hi, are you vlogging?
I am vlogging.
Hi there! Brianna?
Yes.
All right, you're all set.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Have a good day.
You too. Yep. Both right here.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
All right, people, we are back in town, and now we are gonna be doing
Huge.
a little. It's not even a competition.
Huge competition. Everything's a competition.
No, he makes everything a competition. But
Because all I want to do is win, win, win.
we are doing a canvas swap game. So we're gonna start out with a small canvas and have a timer going for 2 minutes. Once that 2 minutes is up, we're gonna swap canvases. But we're not telling each other what we're trying to paint. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. But it also could change throughout the game.
How do you know there's no winner? We
Not
just paint.
really.
We just have fun.
Yeah. Imagine wanting to have fun together as a date night.
Fun fact, I used to do painting with acrylics.
He's really good at painting. So, good thing this is not a competition because I would lose. These are like metallic acrylics. It was just like the cheapest
Alright,
kind.
you ready to lose?
Ready to win.
Let's do it.
Oh, no. Okay.
Stupid.
So far, this is what I had. Well, mine is incredible.
No.
Or,
None of them are incredible. They both have massive flaws.
I don't see them. Back from running a few errands, and we had a couple big packages in our mailroom. One that has been sitting there for about like a month and a half, not gonna lie. It was off our registry, and it was a piece of furniture. I don't love building furniture, so it kind of marinated in there for a little bit. And then this was the second package, a Pelican suitcase that if you guys follow Mike, you saw in his story. He is super hyped about that. One of the main reasons he got that was to protect his Jocko Go's, because whenever we travel, he packs some for both of us. And we were both like, one day, these are just gonna break during transport. So, in a Pelican suitcase, that'll be nigh impossible. The package that I was just talking about is a piece of furniture that's gonna go in a closet. So I'm going to take this out and attempt to put it together. I hate reading instructions, so we're gonna try to do it without having to read the instructions and see how that goes. Yeah, there's no way I'm putting all of this together without instructions. So, here we go. It's been like 3 hours later. That's as far as I got. Pretty much the only thing that needs to happen are those, or the top drawer goes in, and those two slabs go in somewhere. But I have to wait for Mike to get home to help me with that part. The bottom drawer is installed. You have to use 2 hands to open it though. So that was definitely assembly error right there. Anyways, gonna take this down to the recycling bin and clean up around here before Mike gets home.
What's up, vlog? You're stuck with me today. Headed to the office a little earlier than usual. But today we might, very small might, I'd say it's a 10% chance right now, be releasing our first big deployment at Copilot. It's been over a year since we haven't released anything really big that's new. We've done little feature enhancements and improvements and stuff like that, you know, every week. But actually a huge feature release we haven't changed, and this one is huge. We will probably never release a feature release that is this sensitive and this large ever. It's a new code base that we're implementing using on the customer portal side, but more importantly, we're changing the way we use the integration with Stripe. Now, Stripe is a payment processor, so think every single time there is money being transacted in the software, with invoices and estimates and deposits and credit cards on file and ACH credit card. Like every single time there's money moved, we're changing the way that's being done. And it'll be much more secure. It'll be way better in the future. People can use Google Pay and Apple Pay, and it makes the deposit, the way that the software works, just so much better for the user. But very, very risky. The reason it's risky is because it'll affect every single user a lot, and we cannot let it go out with any sort of bugs. See if it happens today, but that's the plan, and let's rock and roll.
Good morning.
What's up?
It is Saturday.
We're going to Base Camp Fitness. It's another franchise, kind of a sister partner of Anytime Fitness. They have a couple hundred locations, but it's like more studio style, not gym style.
It's like a workout class.
We are. The layout is sick. Just warming up on the bike. We're Group A, so we follow all the workouts that's on the screen that says A. Joey's over there representing in his Augusta shirt. Gotta love it.
We out here on Saturday morning having Jocko and Jocko.
You guys, there's like a whole shelf in our fridge dedicated to just drinks.
Yeah, that's right. But we're trying new ones. Yeah. That are like stevia or have no. This one is actually pretty good. I don't really like the lime one, but this brand, not bad. It has no caffeine. So what you can do is have one of these in the morning, and then when you're in a little pick me up in the afternoon, but not have the caffeine to affect your sleep, then you have the update one. You know what I'm saying? And then, did you give them an update on your sauna experience?
I don't know.
So let's be clear, folks. Let's be clear. Brianna does not want the sauna in the house.
Okay, I was hesitant, but it's not that I didn't want it. Because look at it. Okay, you can't deny it's an eyesore. Our den.
Beautiful. Don't say hurtful things about the sauna.
Our den, whenever you walk into our apartment, it is like beautiful. Right there.
Gorgeous.
And then we have a beanbag and a filter.
Fine wood.
It's just
beautiful. Now, see, folks. All of a sudden, Brand's using it every single day, right?
That is right.
Right. Now, what we need to convince her of next is that this is the perfect width for a cold plunge. And guess what? It hides behind the nook here. You can't see it. There's a plug there and a plug there. So you could, like, plug it in. And then we can move the beanbag someplace else. And then you could go from sauna to cold plunge. But she's this night doesn't like it. So you guys in the comments need to get on my side and support the cold plunge movement. She will use it every day. Watch what's going to happen, folks. It's going to take me a year to convince her. Then we're going to get it. That's right. And then she's going to love it. She's like, that's so great. And she's been using this, used it at least twice this week. 3 times?
Yes.
Twice. Sauna, cold plunge, water tank. Which, by the way, have you given a review on our water system, folks?
I don't know if I have.
Folks. The number one reason I married my wife is because she was so smart about our water filtration. This is filtration through charcoal. Like, show them what's going on up here. Folks, this takes like 24 hours to filter, and it goes through these charcoal things. And someone that got this for our registry, bless them. This is a
Shout out Mary.
Is it Mary?
Yeah.
Mary, thank you. Mary is the gym manager at Anytime Fitness. And it's the best water filtration system I've ever seen.
Alright folks, if y'all have ever been to the west side of Washington, you will know that Woods Coffee is a very big deal over here. There's the downstairs. We like to come here to this one specifically because it has a loft and we do our work here. So I'm editing while Michael works on his book. Can I also say that? Okay. Super cozy. Usually that fireplace is going and we like it. I'm gonna start editing this vlog now.